Scientifically speaking, science covers a wide range of subjects, and particularly species of animals, like single species of animals. What is a single species of animals? If you go to any lake or pond, whatever, you may find a bullfrog. A bullfrog will refer to a single species of frog. You may find an oak tree. An oak tree is referred to as a single species of trees, or a herring fish in the water, in the pond, in the lake. It refers to a specific species of fish, whereas a community is the herring fish, the oak tree, and the bullfrog, and the tsetse fly, all living in the same community together. That is a community versus a single species, which is a population of animals versus a community. The concepts of populations and communities and ecosystems. An ecosystem are living things in an environment. They're often influenced by biotic, B-I-O-T-I-C, biotic factors that are living things in an environment. Those are biotic factors, things that live, things that have life. A rock would not be considered a biotic factor. And what comes from rocks? Vitamins, minerals, nutrients. Those things, even though they sustain life, they are not life. Concepts of photosynthesis, as we talked about earlier. Concepts of how the environment is affected by the weather, pollution, in particular global warming, how temperatures, well, it was a concept. It is a concept, which means it came from someone, and they called it global warming. Whereas every year, the temperature rises in a small degree, but it's considered considerable, meaning the planet is getting warmer, and it has definite climatic effects. It also it affects the life cycles. We also have concepts of man-made climate changes, or man-made, not climate change, but man-made environmental changes, such as oil spills. Oil spills in Alaska, in the Gulf. Oil spills and nuclear plant meltdowns in Russia. These things cause considerable damage to the environment, and the reason why environmentalists are pushing for a stronger worldwide agenda to stop these destructive patterns that human beings are doing to the environment. And some of these things that they wish to stop are offshore drilling of oil, the usage of oil anyway, and oil is known as a fossil fuel because it's created by millions of years of deterioration of fossils, of old plants and life forms becoming crude oil. And it has been stored in the earth for probably millions of years. And the belief is we're going to run out of that anyway. So other forms of energy are needed, because the cost of energy, as you know right now, is skyrocketing in prices, because there is considered to be major shortages looming on the horizon, meaning that government and business functions need to develop better ways of manufacturing, heating, energizing, providing electricity and energy to homes and families throughout the world. So there's a new policy needed in that regard. Pay attention to the charts and the graphs. The answers are right there in front of you. You have to read the entire question, and answers you don't know. I mean, and words you don't know. I don't know if you have time to look them up, but you should be familiar with what the question is asking you, so you can answer it correctly. So you can answer those questions correctly. We must learn about the human body, the brain, the two sides of the brain, right side, left side. You just control certain things in the human body. We have the center of the brain, the corpus callosum, which controls information going from the right side to the left side. And often in our everyday life, our right side, left side, and corpus callosum and the back of the brain, the medulla, are all uniquely coordinated to allow you to perform simple functions like take this ink pen and write certain letters. It is the total usage of the brain that allows this to take place in an organized manner. So we need to know certain aspects about the brain, the human body, certain aspects about using graphs and using numbers. You know that when you read a graph, there are normally a two-dimensional side of a graph. One side may be the amount of money made in certain years. The other side might be the amount of goods produced at the bottom. And whatever the question is, how much money was produced by finding this good. It is a matter of reading the graph at the bottom and then coming up to find that amount to get the correct answer. So study these notes. Study aspects of the environment, aspects about animals, aspects about electricity and how it works, the circuit system, negative and positive energy, and that's pretty much it for science. Also some chemistry. Don't let me forget chemistry as far as alkalis and bases. Yeah, you might want to go to YouTube and look up alkaline and look up base products to get a feel for what they are. You might want to look into the classification of animals, such as mammals, reptiles, aves, AVES, which are birds, and be able to classify those different types of animals.